Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Hi. I'll go first. Okay, count. Go.
Hi. And wait. Oh, fuck me.
Say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 fast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Paula.
And I'm Tessa. Welcome to the very... Fuck me.
Okay, start again. I'll do. You go first, okay? 5, 4, 3.
No, you say your name first.
No, okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Okay. Ready? No. Bam. 5, 4. Don't laugh. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay, ready, go. Holy fuck.
I'm sweating. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm Paula.
And I'm Tessa.
Welcome to the first episode of
Estrogen.
Emphasis on Gen.
Oh, I would say Estro.
Estro? Okay, so we decided to name the podcast Estrogen.
Yes.
And we want to give you a little background on why we chose that name. So I'll let you start because I don't remember all the reasons why.
You don't have a notepad.
I know. Well, notepad is the points that we're going through.
Oh.
But we picked it because, well, okay, a lot of people are going to think female podcast. But estrogen is a hormone we all have. And we thought that it was a really cool name because... Why do we think
Okay, anyways, I got it from here. I feel like most of the time estrogen is associated with like men will be like, oh my god, that woman, she's clearly like cycling, like lots of estrogen going, like it has like a negative connotation associated with like a lot of emotions.
Right.
And I feel like that's part of the reason why we picked it, because now we're showing that all men, anything. Actually, that's not true. Lots of things with a pulse have estrogen in them. And it's associated mostly with women because we produce more, but I'm not a scientist, but everyone has it.
Yeah, and
men have it too.
Men have it. Actually,
can't hate on the women who have it.
Fathers have higher estrogen than men that are not fathers, which is really interesting.
And we don't know why. But it's interesting.
It's super.
I think my theory behind that would be that fathers have more estrogen than non-fathers, I think is, well, that sounds really sexist, but because they're like with women who have higher estrogen, assuming.
See, that's actually one of the reasons why we're doing the podcast, though, because
like
of what you just said, because...
I'm assuming that like they would have higher estrogen because they're like around women, and you can't help but be similar to what you're around.
Like through osmosis.
Yeah, through osmosis, just change.
Well, I think that a lot of it also, like one of the reasons why we're doing the podcast, our tagline is Generation Conversation, because even though I might look like your older sister, clearly we're from different generations. And
not so clearly, don't worry.
And so it's like different perspectives, and we always have these really, really cool conversations all the time. And like you were saying, you were afraid to be stereotypical. And like back when I was younger, people weren't afraid to be stereotypical.
Well,
they would just say what they thought. And this has now become a climate where everyone kind of tiptoes around everything they say. And I really wanted to bring some of our conversations out. Like, we're going to talk about drinking in college. We're going to be talking about dating, generational dating.
Getting your GED, generational, educational dating. Ooh, I ate that up. I remembered it.
You did. You're doing. And then we're also a lot of health and fitness things because oh my gosh, like so many of our conversations. Tell you a little bit about who we are in this episode, and finish the episode with Did You Know? Because it's a running joke in the house.
I'll be leaving for that segment every time we have the segment. I will be leaving for it because I live with the. Did you know? I just want to enjoy my muffin in the morning that I come to visit on the. I'll come a weekend. I just want to enjoy the muffin that I'm eating with my coffee, and I can't eat it without it being, that's gluten-free, so it's really not that bad for you. It's going to digest differently without the sugars, and it's more of a carbohydrate. See, I do retain everything you say.
Exactly.
I just choose to not listen.
Well, because she said, I just had a chocolate muffin. I know.
I was like, I had a chocolate muffin.
You're like, I know it's bad for me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, actually, those were gluten-free muffins, and because it was gluten-free, it wasn't quite as bad for you as the muffins that are made with a lot of the wheat products here, and we'll get into all that. And then also the sugar, the allulose, and the agave that was used to sweeten the muffin is not the same as like processed sugar. And so I'm always doing a did you know, because I want her to understand why. And so
I told you so long ago. All I know is that everything has a lesson behind it, and I'm over it. But I know that it helps. And sometimes I catch myself sounding like you to my friends. Like, they'll be eating something that's, like, genuinely, like, not healthy for you. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, did you know? And I'm like, holy fuck.
Oh, wait. I'm glad you cussed. Because I was thinking about this the other day.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Okay. Couple of things. I read this study. Did you know?
Wait. Pause. Anytime. Every time. I read this study. That means... I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw a white background and black text, and I read a thing that said that people that cuss more have higher IQs.
You remembered. I love that.
Because I saw that same meme. The same meme that will come up on my page. It says people that are really messy, curse a lot, and eat junk food are more likely to be successful. That's not true.
Okay, so here's the deal with it, though. It does make sense, but I wanted to caveat it with, I was hesitant about talking to you about cussing before we aired the podcast, because I know people cuss on podcasts. Like it's like a platform where it's not censored. Yeah. However, I was thinking about like people watching might be offended, right? And we don't want to offend anybody.
Really understand.
Whoa, hold on. Okay, so like Tata and Grandma. Like whenever we're around Tata and Grandma, I'm always like, Tessa, watch your mouth.
I try.
But before I got separated, how do I say became single, because I'm still not officially divorced.
Or married.
I'm still not.
We dance on a fine line in this family.
Yes, we do. So I never cussed. Ever. And then once I met Dad, he's very, very colorful with his language. And so I got more comfortable with it. And then it felt very kind of almost empowering. And then you started to do it. Well, and I noticed that I didn't stop you. And I was like...
Well, I wasn't cursing people out.
No.
I was just using it to express my emotions.
Totally. And I was just thinking about how I want to be cognizant of it, though, and try to be as authentic as possible while we're doing the podcast. But at the same time, I really want for you to kind of be more aware of it, because...
You want me to curse less? You're starting now?
On the podcast, I'm starting now.
You're starting now with me cursing less?
Yeah, and I think that also it's like a good way for you to know. I mean, I'm sure you're aware of it, like if you were at school or in class, like you're not.
I mean, in class, I'm not like the professor's like, well, what do you think about, what Descartes had to say? Well, I think you fucking think that. No, I'm not doing that.
Right.
I think it's a comfort thing, cursing around people that and also... I mean, like you said, I'm not going to curse in front of Tata and Grandma, but like when I'm home, I don't even realize how much I curse.
I know, and that's something that I think that...
But didn't you just say that you read a really interesting long article study about how people that curse a lot have a higher IQ? And so therefore, you want me to lower my IQ?
No, I want for you to embrace your IQ and your vocabulary and use your words and actually force yourself to
You're completely negating everything that you're saying.
No, it means that because you're so smart, you will
Because I'm so smart, I want to maintain my high IQ, therefore I should maintain cursing.
Okay.
Is that wrong?
No. That's
Thank you. Yeah, that's wrong for that? You just agreed with me. That's the end of the conversation. If we were in court and you were defending a murderer just now...
No, if we were in court
and you just went, you know what,
I'm pulling the mom card.
That's not how that works.
No, it's exactly how it works. And I'm going to say I want cursing to be decreased by at least 30% on the podcast.
That's bullshit.
Oh my gosh, Tessa. Okay, we're going to have to edit so much of this out. That's fair.
You mean I?
Yes, you.
I'll just bleep it.
Okay, so.
I can go fuck. I just went bleep.
That's the problem, is that you make me laugh and then you think that my laughing is okay.
That's what happened growing up all the time.
It's exactly what happened
growing up.
I think you kind of got away with murder because you would just laugh.
Yeah.
And then I'd start laughing and I'd want to be mad at you, but I'm like, I can't.
I win.
Or she would take off running and I would chase you and I'd say, stop so I can hit you.
Yeah, that I don't understand. You're right. Let me stand still and put my hands behind my back so you can hit me.
Yeah, I'll sound abusive. I'm not.
It's okay. They don't hit kids these days. That's been stopped.
I know. I actually I wonder what I would do if I had a child.
I'll bring
nowadays.
it back. Don't worry.
You'll bring it back.
I'm kidding.
Okay, so, and we have Blue here, who will probably be making very regular appearances.
And then Coda's over on behind the camera.
Coda, yes, she'll make her way over here. He's our Tijuana refugee, literally.
Oh yeah.
Trump better not find him. Dude, well, he chews up all kinds of really bad things, all kinds of things. He's very bad, and so, I have to get better about disciplining him. But I don't think I could hit him.
It's not. We've tried.
Yeah,
nothing's changed.
That's true. So back to all the topics that we're going to cover. We do tend to digress, but
both ADHD unmedicated.
Which is a podcast. So now this brings me to the different episodes. So I want to talk about why I chose not to medicate you, why I don't take medication for my ADHD.
Although sometimes I think you need it.
Yeah, I think wine kind of is a slightly.
That's.
No, I like actually genuinely think it helps. And so
no, it helps you in your own mental state. It doesn't help anyone around you.
Therefore, it helps.
Ignorance is bliss. You become ignorant to your own ADHD. Therefore, you find bliss through wine
and coffee.
Coffee's not a.
No, did you know that people who have ADHD who drink coffee, caffeine affects them differently, and actually sometimes can calm you down?
I think recently I've been addicted to caffeine. I haven't talked to you about this yet.
Yeah.
So I've been. You know how when you go to the gym and you have pre-workout, it's like they want you to have, you have 1 scoop of your pre-workout in like an 18-ounce water bottle.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to drink like the first half before your workout and then the second half during your workout to maintain the energy high. Well, I've discovered that if I do 1 heaping scoop in 5 ounces of water before my workout, it has a better effect.
Okay. That's your...
And here's the issue. Every morning I have a cup of coffee. That's 100 milligrams of caffeine.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
1 scoop of my pre-workout is 200 milligrams.
Okay.
And 1 heaping scoop that I do, I'm assuming, is maybe 250.
Okay, see, this worries me.
Okay, no, but hear me out.
This is very new information, by the way. This is because we had this conversation.
It's been this past week. That's why it's so new. Look, this is only 85 milligrams. Last night I had an energy drink too.
Okay, so
I'm surprised I went to bed.
Okay, so
I had one at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
Here's the issue.
Yes.
When you were playing in that tournament last year,
it's
been about a year, and
I had 2. I had
there have been a lot of
pre-workout and a whole thing of Celsius. Before basketball games, I used to chug half a Celsius to get an energy high, and I remember I had a game that morning, and I had pre-workout that you and Dad made me because I was kind of sick. And I had a pre-workout drink. Wow, you guys sound really good. It's okay. The tournament went well. Yeah, well, points.
Yes, she literally scored 93 points in 3 games. You
3 or 4 games.
Was it 4 games?
I don't know.
Was it 3? But you that was the best I'd seen you play, and that's okay.
You want to know why? It's because I had so much caffeine. I had a game that morning, and I had forgotten that I had the Celsius. I had the pre-workout. Then I had a Celsius before my other game, 2 hours later, and I didn't account for the caffeine already in my system. I was out on the court, and you know that Bugs Bunny episode where it's Bugs on first, Bugs on second, Bugs on third, and he's playing baseball all by himself, and he's running around. That's how I felt because I had so much energy, and I remember I rested for 1 minute during the whole game. I remember sitting down, and I was sitting up so straight because I could feel all of the caffeine trying to digest in my stomach, and it was just it was trying so hard to break down, but there was so much. I could feel it, and I was sitting up, but the game was great.
That really worried me though. I was genuinely
earlier that week. Shanice told you about that girl that had and
I've been
hearing had a heart issue.
Yeah, you've been hearing these.
That's probably why I should stop doing that.
Yeah. You, like, 1,000%
my
have to...
workouts are so good.
No, I think a yerba mate is okay, like natural forms of calcium, or calcium.
Caffeine?
Caffeine.
Calcium? I'm taking that.
That's kind of a cool name, caffeine. Okay, so here's the thing, though. I'm not okay with you having artificially caffeinated things, like any, like,
don't worry, it's only
the processed high
artificially
fructose corn syrup. But we're coming back to this issue and off camera, like mega conversation about the caffeine off camera. But one of the things we're going to talk about
this
in the
was
podcast,
all a joke. I actually haven't been having that much caffeine. It's just been for the plot of the podcast. I thought, oh my god, I should bring this other person's problem that they were telling me about.
That's really funny. That's like a serious conversation now. So
averaging like 400 milligrams of caffeine a day, so productive. Who needs Adderall?
So, no, seriously, Tessa, that's not like, now we're gonna have people like writing in that you're gonna have a heart attack. Like, it's like, seriously.
People, then I'll just lower it.
It's
actually, you want to know what got me addicted in the first place to the caffeine? Was, and please sponsor us, Hyde Energy. It's 400 milligrams of caffeine in like something this big. And I was having that before I was working out.
Yeah.
I would, when like you see people like when they have a lot of like caffeine and like their face reacts and like all this, or like what do weightlifters have that they smell and then like spikes, like it like spikes them and then they like start bench pressing?
Adrenaline rush?
They smell when you're...
No, I don't know what you're talking about. What do they smell?
No, someone write in and tell us, but like it's this thing that you smell that people that weightlift, they like smell it right before and it's supposed to like wake you up. I don't know what it is that they're smelling. And like it's supposed to like wire you and like to be able to
I don't know.
out.
I actually am
like,
not familiar.
You like chest press usually. And I had that, and when I drink like half of it, I can feel it immediately. I usually like to have my pre-workouts like on the Stairmaster or on the bike. Mm-hmm. And then I wait till my legs itch and I feel like things are crawling on me and then I go lift.
Okay, this is all news to me. So not okay.
I think that's my only like unhealthy habit I have. Because besides that, I'm like really...
Well, okay.
I mean, I eat really well.
You eat well. We're going to talk about...
I work out. At least I'm working out when I'm doing it. At least I'm not like dry scooping and being, okay, I'm going to write my paper.
No, yeah. Okay, well... hold up. Okay. At least... Okay, we're going to talk about drugs. We're going to talk about drugs... Like
we're doing hard drugs.
No. I mean, we're going to talk about like marijuana, like ketamine, cocaine, and everything. Like amongst your friends and...
well, my friends don't do ketamine, cocaine. I've never seen it all in the flesh.
Have you ever been offered cocaine?
Yeah, at Life is Beautiful. I don't know what I was offered.
Oh, that's... Well, okay, so we're going to talk about... Wait, I have to stop you now. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why you said no, because like the way I've been drilling that in. I want to talk about...
Well, I said no because it was a hard drug from a stranger.
Okay, but we've been talking about drugs like your whole life and drinking.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a whole episode on drinking and drugs. And obviously a whole episode on caffeine. But I also...
We get part of that drug episode.
My baby.
Oh, the beautiful boy.
I want to talk about...
We should get him his own
sports.
camera.
Oh, he needs his own camera. Girls sports.
Sorry, go on.
We show a pet cam.
Yeah.
Oh, good idea. Okay, so that could be a sponsor, by the way.
Pet cam. Oh, no, yeah. GoPro.
Ooh. That's a great idea.
God, I'm so fucking smart.
I am so... Okay, what's another way you could say that? I'm so...
Motherfucking smart.
Well.
Only because it involved you, are you like, okay, that's fine.
No, seriously. Talking about girls' sports and what failure has taught you, what success has taught you, what failure has taught me, and what success has taught me. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a Pilates instructor.
Badass one too that like trains like pro athletes. Like makes grown like professional ass boxers cry. Grown men, like NFL players, like some of the Raiders, cannot finish your workouts. It's so funny. They come in and they're like jacked, like 6'5", jacked, and then they look at her who looks like a pageant queen, and like she like, well, you look like you curled like 3 pounds, which you do, but that's besides the point. The point is the Pilates is so difficult that they look and they're like, okay, like I'll grab, like this will be like a cute workout, like haha, holy wow.
See?
They're crying. They're crying by the end, or like can't finish workouts. I was like, Miss Paula, that was the hardest workout I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah. And I'm like, don't call me Miss anything.
Yeah.
Just Paula.
Yeah.
But I've worked with some really cool athletes, but oh God, you made me think of something when you
workout, curling.
Whenever I say I'm a Pilates instructor, Dad always likes to correct me because he's like, you're more than that. That's not just what you do. And he's right. I have my own like hybrid method. And again, episodes I want to talk about because of the training she and I have done together. I've worked with some girls in the WNBA, football, all different kind of NFL. Boxing. She's gone to when you were living at home, you were going to like almost all the workouts with me and doing all that with me. So you were like getting all this kind of cool training. Yeah. But
I could tell a huge difference, by the way. I could tell a difference in my endurance for basketball.
Yeah.
And absolutely everything I can tell.
And we found like really cool like shortcuts, I feel like are beneficial to like everyone. Like people think I work out so much more than I work out. Like I get asked.
That's the one thing I've discovered that I think women, I genuinely now believe that women, when you work out 1 or 2 days less, you'll see results faster.
Oh,
and I noticed that with myself because I used to work out like 6-7 days a week, and I was training so hard, and I looked the exact same.
Yeah.
And then I was for a while when I like after I got sick and I got back into working out, which is a story for another time. But
yeah.
Well, when I got back into working out and was only working out every going back to 2-3 days a week, I noticed the biggest change.
Yeah, off days off days are so critically important to progress because your muscle needs to build. After that hypertrophy, what does
hypertrophy mean?
It means expanding and the muscle growing and getting bigger.
Spell
muscle
it.
Hypertrophy. So
spell it.
HY.
Spell vacuum.
Okay. VACCUMME.
Oh my god.
VACCUME.
I was typing vacuum the other day. I was texting, I think, the group chat.
But it autocorrects. That's what I love getting. Although sometimes it doesn't. Autocorrect sometimes works against us.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of bad.
It's really bad.
Okay, sorry.
But hypertrophy. So
that's a fun word.
It's a great word, right?
Yeah.
So we get so much more muscle growth, which it's a fancy way to say muscle growth on our off days during sleep, and then I want to talk about lifting to failure, but mostly for women because you've, for the first time in your life, had an off season. And there's so much to explore and talk about with girls' sports and like working out and like the changes in your body you saw, changes that took place in your body over the last couple of years, and then I learned from you, like through my career, like training, I would see changes happening in you that were
then implemented in your
and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to like share this with people, like ways to get muscles to grow, like particularly our glutes. That was a huge one, like just for your abs, you're like 6-pack. It's pretty impressive. And I write for Bella New York magazine, and I talk about different things.
Kind of what we're talking about right now,
but it's in such a more like proper, perfect format way, and this is so much looser.
It's more, it's tighter, and it's more. I feel like yes, this is cohesive, but
yes,
it is much more linear.
Yes,
is what the word I'm looking for.
That's fair. Yeah. And then Tessa is at USF.
University of San Francisco.
University, not Southern Florida, San Francisco.
Yes.
And she's studying film and philosophy.
Yes. We were talking about Dad.
Okay, so we're talking about Dad.
The cameras were like,
we don't want to talk.
It's fine.
That's so funny. Okay, so that is true. So when we started talking about the podcast and doing it, oh my gosh, we came up with some pretty funny names at the beginning, remember? And then Dad was the one who came up with estrogen, but he's also kind of like the one that comes up with he's like a marketing genius.
He's actually Mensa, so
no, he's like
we don't expect anything less from him at this point now.
That's actually very
now when we ask questions and he doesn't have an answer, we are genuinely confused.
Yeah, no, like literally, you could ask him about like any war, and he'll be like, so it was in this year, and it was involving these countries and these people, and
that's why opposites attract.
By the way, I tested
wait.
the genius category when I did my IQ online.
You did. How many times did you take it to get that answer?
3 times.
Exactly. And what was the platform you used? Don't answer. It was BuzzFeed.
I don't know what it was.
I gave it to you.
Oh,
it was BuzzFeed.
I felt very good about myself after. That's all I know. And by the way,
the same app or website platform that you take quizzes to figure out what Harry Potter house you're in.
What Harry Potter house were you in?
Oh my god, you didn't understand the point.